Hello, good morning. Within the reference of Beehive project, I would like to introduce you Giulia Gagliardi. She will tell us a very interesting story about creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship.
Okay, thank you for having me here. I would like to tell my stories that I think you will find interesting in order to proceed with your university career and your business career. After my master's degree in marketing and management, I started to work for a multinational company in the fast-moving consumer goods market. After 2 years, I learned how much is important to innovate every single market. But in my mind started to find interesting to approach different kind of situation. And it was interesting for me to understand in which way the innovation could drive completely a market. So I started to look around me for my new business opportunity. And in 2016, I decided to start to work for mytaxi. mytaxi is a startup company owned by Daimler Mercedes that innovate completely the taxi market in Europe. So why I found this company interesting, it was because they realized how to innovate with creativity an old market. Because I mean, taxi market is an old market. Every one of us knows how we have to call a taxi. By the way, with the mytaxi app, they founded a way to bring the taxi market in the actual time in which we are living, so the smartphone era. So I started to work for mytaxi Italy, and actually I'm the marketing manager of mytaxi Italy. So I'm managing all the marketing aspects for Rome, Milan and Turin. And for sure, we are going to have a huge expansion in all Italy. And I'm really happy because with the creativity and the innovation system that the two founders of mytaxi realize, we are completely innovating the Italian market with a super good feedback from the drivers and from the passengers. So this is, for me, this is the proof of how much creativity is important in every single career.
So you are going also to expand your market or in the worldwide, yes?
I think so. Actually, we are market leader in Europe. We are in 11 countries and more than 77 cities. That means that with the mytaxi app, you can book and pay a taxi in all the cities in which we are in the same way.
Oh, great. All my compliments. And at the beginning, you were convinced since the beginning that was a great successful idea, or you were just, some doubts or?
At the beginning, I was clear in my mind that this kind of market needed to be innovated, and that this kind of app could be the real solution. By the way, I was trying to figure it out how this kind of innovation could be applicable in Italy, because the Italian market is completely different from all the other European market. If we think about the smartphone penetration or the IT penetration that we have. By the way, mytaxi here was a completely success in terms of how much the taxi drivers are appreciating our app and in which way we answered to a need that all the passengers had. So how I can book and pay a taxi easily, in a faster way, and without any other problem. So this was the reason behind the success of mytaxi now in Italy.
Oh, so there was a match between, you know, the customer and the seller wishes and the needs as well.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yes, sure.
And do you think if you could go back in the past, would you do something different, or you know, you're going to make the same steps, or?
No, I think that my personal story, that in recap, the story is you are working for a big multinational company and you are sure of the success of this company. By the way, I jumped in a startup because at the moment we were launching in Rome in Italy. mytaxi was already in Milan since 1 year, but it was really a startup. So from my perspective, it was enormous jump, enormous step. By the way, this was my best step because now I have really the possibilities to manage a team, to create a business possibilities in a country. So sometimes leaving something that is really solid, it's going to be your best career choice.
Great. Do you have any suggestions, recommendation, warning to the students or maybe adults that would like to start a company or an initiative of entrepreneurship?
My suggestion is to have a look not just as the classic market. So we don't have to think that famous brand is just a fast-moving consumer brands or IT and technology brands. But the real business opportunity is behind no well-known market. So I think that in order to find a new company, we need to open our mind, to have a look of all the different kind of market that we have, and start to look at the needs that we have as a person. And after that, try to find the solution for this kind of needs. So this is my suggestion on how to build a startup or a new company.
Oh, very, very good suggestion. And do you think that, for example, funding could be a problem? Because sometimes students say, oh, I don't have money, I can't start anything, so I don't want either to think nothing about because I have just to have my employee job in my sure big company.
I suggest to everyone to see the Alibaba founder story. Because his life and story could really overcome this problem. For sure it's a risk when you are not rich and you have not funding to launch your company. You have to put a question on your mind. How much I am sure about my project and how much I would like to risk for my project. And if the answer is yes, I would like to risk, you will find the funding for your company. So this is my suggestion. We don't have to be stopped on how much money we have to start, but we have to think in which way I can earn money for my dream.
Great, great. Thank you so much. It was a very interesting story and could be a very useful, message for the people to like to study, to put all efforts in a startup or in a venture, interesting venture. Thank you so much, Giulia. It was a pleasure. And yes, do you want to?
Yeah, so thanks for this great opportunity and good luck to all the students for their future career. And the last suggestion is always to contact people from the companies. If you need some suggestion or you need some info, try to figure it out how to be connected with the real business world.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention and good luck for all your ventures.
Thanks, bye-bye.